The Pebbles Project is it's a charity in the winelands of South Africa, and it was established actually by my sister, Sophia Warner. She's a special needs educator, special needs teacher in the UK, and I was working in South Africa, and she came out to visit me on a number of holidays and really discovered that the children that live on the wine farms in South Africa, particularly around the Cape Winelands, have no real basic educational support. So Sophie established the Pebbles Project, and the Pebbles Project now works on 11 farms, and we have, I'm a trustee of the project, so when I say we, it's because I'm involved in it as well. We work on 11 wine farms, and we have creches, which is where the 0 really to 6-year-olds go, and then children in South Africa tend to go to school from the age of 7. So from 7 to after school. Previously there were a number of children, they would be looked after as a babysitting service, so there was no educational toys, there were no toys for them to play with, and then when they went to go to school, which is the law at the age of 7, they didn't know how to draw or colour or what their shapes were or days of the week or any basic stuff that we appreciate is fundamental to a child's growth. So Pebbles established 11 creches on wine farms. Renovated buildings, we've got a huge amount of support from WOSA, from the wine industry in the UK and from the wine industry in South Africa, to renovate buildings that were already existing where the children were just looked after. But now these buildings are renovated, they are educational rooms, they're classrooms, and the children go there in the mornings and they're taught. Pebbles, as a result of my sister's background, teaches the teachers. So they are now trained how to teach children, how to build a curriculum for the day, so the children know they go in, they do this at this time, this at this time, this at another time. Then the next stage really of Pebbles development was the after-school clubs. And a number of the older children, they would go to school, they got a place in school, but then they would come back and just mess around on the farm, as like I guess any child would want to. But in those kind of environments, there's not enough stimulation for children. So Pebbles' remit was to provide after-school education and activities for those older children. So there's an after-school club provided on 11 farms, and at those after-school clubs, the children have a homework program. So they come home, they have to do their homework. Every day of the week there is a different activity, be it a sports activity, an art activity, or a creative writing activity. So those children every week do some kind of activity that I guess just keeps them from being bored and then ending up doing stuff that kids shouldn't be doing. That is what Pebbles is about. Next year we have 110 children going to school for the very first time. Previously these children would go to school with nothing. They're not equipped for either coping with the work or coping with the attire or equipment that they needed. So Pebbles today, during the Wines of South Africa tasting, is selling the school bags. Buy a school bag for a kid, it costs £20. It's their shirt, it's their trousers, it's their shoes, it's their basic stationery kit, and it's their rucksack. So 110 children can now go to school totally equipped. If you want to get in touch, it's so simple, www.pebblesproject.co.za.